Good morning, friends. The next in the series is Dr. Arjun Pai. Arjun Pai, welcome.
Namaste, Namaste Shikha ji, and Namaste everybody.
Namaste. This is the continuation of the GuruPurnima series that we have been doing. Sir, it is a great pleasure to have you here. So,
thank you Shikha ji for having me here on this platform and giving me this platform to share something on this GuruPurnima event as well.
Sir, all the students also wish you the same and they would love to hear from you. It's been a long time.
Yeah, indeed, it's been a long time. We were discussing just before we started recording. I've been keeping busy, so whatever little time I have, I spend on teaching.
Yes.
I like to teach. And for today, for our discussion for this GuruPurnima event, I wanted to discuss very briefly. It's going to be a small session, but at least I'll give some people an idea of a concept that I've never heard anybody talk about. It's a very simple concept, but it's very rarely seen that people talk about this concept. And this concept is called as Dvipada yoga or dosha and Tripada yoga or dosha. So have you come across this, Shikha? Dvipada and
I
Tripada
might
dosha?
have heard the name, but I don't have any idea what it is.
Okay.
You to know I'm totally following Nadi and I'm getting
Yeah.
good results. So I'm hardly doing anything else, even if I'm doing so many videos on our channel. So,
Okay.
like
So this is actually called as V Pushkar yoga and Tri Pushkar yoga. But they are based on a concept which is V Pada Nakshatras and Tri Pada Nakshatras.
okay, good.
Okay. So let me explain now for the benefit of the people. And it's a very simple thing that I wanted to explain is there are two nakshatras which are called as Tripada nakshatras. Sun and Jupiter nakshatras in Vimshotri Dasha. In Vimshotri Dasha system, the Sun is associated with Kritika nakshatra, with Uttara Falguni nakshatra and Uttara Shada nakshatra. And Jupiter is associated with Punarvasu nakshatra, Vishaka nakshatra and Purva Bhadrapada nakshatras. Now these two nakshatras, which is Sun's nakshatras in Vimshotri Dasha and Jupiter's nakshatras in Vimshotri Dasha, they are called as Tripada nakshatras. Why they are called Tripada nakshatras is because three padas fall into one Rashi and one pada falls in the other Rashi. Okay, the sun's, let us take an example. So the sun's nakshatra is Kritika. So let's take Kritika. So Kritika nakshatra first pada falls in Aries, and then the second, third and fourth pada will fall in Taurus. So three padas are falling in Taurus, one pada is falling in Aries. Let's take an example of a Jupiter's nakshatra. Let's take Punarvasu. So in Punarvasu, the first three padas, Punarvasu first pada, second and third pada, are falling in Gemini, and the fourth pada is falling in Cancer. So Sun and Jupiter nakshatras in Vimshotri are called as three pada nakshatras. Got it?
Got it.
Then Jupiter nakshatras, Mars ruled nakshatras in Vimshotri are called as Dvipada nakshatras. Why they are Dvipada? Because you have Mragashira, Chitra and Dhanishta. So Mragashira, let's take an example of Mragashira. The first two padas of Mragashira will fall in Taurus and the third and the fourth pada of Mrigashira will fall into Gemini.
Yes.
So two pada nakshatras, because two padas fall in one and two padas fall in another.
Correct.
So have you understood
Yes,
that
yes.
V pada and three pada concept?
Very clear, sir. Very clear.
No. So why are we going to take these Dvipada and Tripada nakshatras also? Let me explain. Is if you start the Navatara chakra, which means the division of the nakshatras into 9 planets, a division into 9 segments, then what we say is called Navatara chakra. In the Navatara chakra begins with Ashwini nakshatra, let us assume, because that is the starting point as per many. People also will take Kritika as the starting point, some will take Ardra as the starting point, some will take Pusha, whatever, it's different. But commonly we start with Ashwini. So Ashwini is associated with Ketu in Vimshotri Dasha.
Right.
So that becomes your first, okay, it's called as a Janma. If your moon is in Ashwini or any of the Ketu rule, it becomes Janma. Janma nakshatra. Then the second nakshatra, which is, Bharani, will become Sampat nakshatra.
Correct.
The third nakshatra, which is Kritika, is called as Vipat nakshatra.
Yes.
That is ruled by Sun.
Sun. Correct.
The fourth is Rohini, which is ruled by Moon. And the fifth is ruled by Mars, which is Mrigashira.
Correct.
And that is called as Pratyaka nakshatra. Obstacles.
Correct.
And the sixth is connected to Ardra, which is Rahu. And the seventh is called as Naidana or Vadha nakshatra, which is Jupiter. So if you see, Sun, Mars, and Jupiter are associated with Vipat, Pratyak, and Naidana or Vadha. That is why we take these as Tripada and Dvipada. Sun is Tripada, Mars is, Mrigashira is Dvipada, and Jupiter again is Tripada. So did you understand? So it's the Vipat from the naturally when you start with Kritika, when you start with Ashwini being the first star, and we go that way, Sun, Mars, and Jupiter's nakshatra are becoming Vipat, Pratyak, and Naidana or Vadha, which is death inflicting. So that is why we focus on this as the main thing. Now, what is Dvi Pushkar yog or dosh, or Tri Pushkar yog or dosh? Now, this has to have a combination of 3 components of the Panchang. For forming a Dvi Pushkar yog or dosh, we need to bring in the Var, which means the weekday, the Tithi, and the Nakshatra. Similarly, for Tri Pushkar yog or dosh, the same thing. We get the tripod constellations, which are Sun and Jupiter, which is the Nakshatra. Then we have to have the Var and the Tithi. So it's a combination of these 3 from the Panchang. So the weekday, the Tithi, the lunar day, and then the Nakshatra are to be considered. Now, let's look at a Dvi Pushkar yog or dosh. Why is it called a yog also and it's called the dosh also? Because when this combination comes together, I will talk about what the combination is, where the weekday, the Tithi, and the Nakshatras, when this combination comes together, and such specific days, if you are doing any activities, you will have to do it at least twice, 2 times. If it is Dvi Pushkar. If it is Tri Pushkar, then you will have to do it 3 times. The same would be the results also. imagine that you have done an auspicious thing, then that auspicious event has to happen two times in Dvi Pushkar, and in Tri Pushkar it has to happen 3 times. The same is the case with also, if it is a negative event which has happened, it will happen 2 times. That's why it's a dosha also.
So the combination of the Vara, Tithi and Nakshatra will tell us whether it will be an auspicious one or
No,
a dosha.
but it will not tell you that. But the result is either if you do auspicious thing, the auspicious things will be done 3 times. If
Okay,
you do
okay.
auspicious thing, the results or the auspiciousness will be 2 times or 3 times. The combination is what I'm going to teach you now. Okay. So if you identify such days in a year and do maximum good, which means, for example, let us say a good case, you win a lottery on, you buy a lottery and you win a lottery. So you will win at least 2 times lotteries or at least 3 times back to back within that time period. Okay. So let's look at the combination for Dvi Pushkar. So that's why I said it is a yoga also and it is a dosh also. Because whatever will happen in Dvi Pushkar will happen twice. Good also will happen twice, bad also will happen twice. So what is the var? Now, the beauty of this is you look at a Saturday, a Sunday, or a Tuesday. All these 3 planets are usually said to be malefics because Sun is also called as a Krura planet. They are not auspicious. Usually, auspicious things you don't do on a Saturday or a Tuesday or a Sunday. Try to avoid these days specifically. If you are going to do something auspicious like a marriage, ideally it is not said advisable to be done on a Tuesday, Saturday, or Sunday. Because with Sunday, there is a separative tendency also Sun can bring because it's a Krura planet. So ideally, avoid this. But for this yoga to happen or those to happen, we are only picking Saturday, Sunday, or Tuesday. Then from the Tithi side, what we are using is all the Bhadra Tithis. Though Bhadra Tithi are Dvitiya Tithi, which is second, is a Bhadra Tithi. The Saptami, which is the 7th Tithi, is also called a Bhadra Tithi. And then the Dwadashi, which is the 12th. So 2, 7, 12 lunar days or Tithis are Bhadra Tithis. So then you select from the Tithis, you select the Bhadra Tithi. So first of all, it should be a Saturday, it should be a Sunday or a Tuesday. Any of these days, if there is a Bhadra Tithi which is coming, which means it is the second Tithi, which is Dvitiya, Saptami or Dwadashi, 12th. Second,
both the
7th.
Pakshas. Both the Pakshas will.
Both the Pakshas you can consider. Shukla Paksha will give you better results. Okay. Both the Pakshas are fine. But for doing auspicious, if it is coming on a Shukla Paksha, it is even better. Then for Dvi Pushkar, the combination is all the nakshatras which are ruled by Mars. I told you Pada. So Mragashira, Chitra, Dhanishta, there is exception. Exception for Dhanishta here is only the first 2 padas of Dhanishta should be operating. Because the second 2 padas of Dhanishta, 3rd pada and 4th pada of Dhanishta are called as Panchaka Nakshatras. Panchaka means it's not good.
Yes, they will go into Panchaka.
Yes. So I try to avoid this, the 3rd pada and the 4th pada which is falling of Dhanishta in Aquarius. The 3rd and the 4th pada of Dhanishta will fall in Aquarius. Avoid that. So Mragashira, Chitra and the first 2 padas. So this combination of var Tithi, and Nakshatra is called as Dvi Pushkar Yog or Dosh. So on such days, we should try to identify in a year how many Dvi Pushkar Yogs are coming. And on such days, the situation is all these what we have selected here ideally is not to be selected because you don't do anything on Saturdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays.
Correct. Correct.
And but here this specific yog is only formed because of this Var, Tithi, and Nakshatra combination coming together. Okay. Now for the three Pushkar Yog, it's the same combination. So the Var, Tithi, Nakshatra, what is the combination? Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday for the Var, for the weekday. Bhadra Tithi again.
Yes.
But now the difference here is we take the three Pada Nakshatras.
Correct.
For
Sun and Jupiter.
Sun and Jupiter's Nakshatras, which is Kritika, then Punarvasu, then Uttara Falguni, Vishaka, Uttarashada, and Purvabhadrapada, which is a mix of both Sun and Jupiter's Nakshatra.
So will you avoid Purva Bhadra in the same concept of Pancha?
You can avoid Purvabhadrapada also because it is a Panchak Nakshatra. This is an exceptional rule. But I was saying Purvabhadrapada should be avoided for doing any auspicious things. But if you want to do Shrad, then also. But because Panchak Nakshatra says, if anybody dies in a Panchak and if you do not do the remediation for Panchak, then in a row, 5 people will die in the same family within 2 years. The same concept is there even in Dvipada Nakshatras and Tripada Nakshatras. If you do not do the remediation when somebody dies in the Tripada Nakshatras, at least it will take, with the soul, at least two more it will take, which means totally 3 it will take. Dvipada also it will take 2 more with it.
Sir, so one of my teacher always said कि in Panchak na you can do good work, like that will be repeated. Like suppose I go for, my first question always to him was, can I do a vastu in a Panchak this thing? Since people cannot wait sometimes for 5 days and all that. He said, Arey, you should take all vastu appointments in Panchak. You will get more work. So, what do you think about this?
Panchak is supposed to be not good only for deaths when they happen. When we leave the earth plane, these Panchaks are not good. Okay. But other activities you can definitely do. If there is no death in the family, other activities. But if there is a death in the family, then you should mourn during the Panchak days and not do any other things. Because either if you're not paying respect during the Panchak days and somebody has passed away, then you're not mourning enough for that soul.
Right. So, वैसे भी तो 12 days we don't do anything.
Exactly.
And we have beautiful rituals in our vedic system, which people should really follow.
True. So these are called as Dhanishta Panchak days, these 5 ones. Okay. But did everybody, I hope this people will.
Very beautiful and very easy. We can just go through our panchans and find out whatever and keep it ready for the whole year.
Yes,
exactly. My group always does this for Amrit Siddha Yoga. Always a reminder is there. So I'll just forward them this video. So this also we can do. And everyone is informed. Yeah. And it is actually very easy. And thank you for teaching us such a beautiful.
Yeah. But you have to say, the only thing what I want to say, add is, it is a yoga as well as a dosh. So which means if something negative happens, again then, it will repeat itself.
Yeah. If something negative happens, then we need to do whatever you said, some remedy for it, and also be with our prayers and everything instead of doing something good. But if something good we are doing, so that can help.
Exactly. That's true. Okay. Thank you very much.
Please.
Thank you very much, Shikhaji, and to everybody, happy Guru Purnima. I know the Guru Purnima is over, but the message we wanted to share with everybody is, Guru is the one who dispels all the darkness in our path and shows us, takes us in the direction of, light. So let us all pray to all teachers, all mentors, all guides, and including our mother, because our mother is our first Guru.
Correct. Very true. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, friends. Do please see this video till the end. It's a beautiful technique. Those who are into astrology, there is nothing very complicated in the technique Sir has taught us. And please use this for your advantage. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.